All right, so I'm going to go over my trades from today. Reminder, as always, trading is risky. My results aren't typical, and there's no guarantee you'll find success. Whether you trade on your own, you'll learn from me. So take it slow and practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Today ended up being a really great day. I finished up $8,015.09, which was unexpected, especially since I started the day by going red 1,500 on Kala, K-A-L-A. And I'm still red on that one, down $769 on it. I made back half my loss. But so on this one, obviously we had this big move yesterday, which I missed. I missed that move from 8 all the way up to 17. It pulled back. It kind of curled here later in the day, pulls back, curls, closes strong. Pre-market, we dipped down and then we ripped back up to almost 20. Dropped down, came back up here to 19. And so when I sat down, it was right in this area. And I took my first trade on it at $19. I got in at 19. This was on this ABCD pattern right here. And I got in on this candle here for the break of 19. Hit a high of 19.20. And I stopped out for a $49 loss on my first trade. No big deal. It ends up pulling back a little bit, selling off. And then I jumped in it here at 1850 as it surged up. I was like, okay, here we go. I think this is going to break through 19. And it hit a high of 1890, actually. And then it flushed down to 1827. And I held it, and then I stopped at about $18.10. And on that trade, I lost about $1,400 or $1,500. There was another false breakout here. And then at this point, I just kind of was like, all right, this is having a hard time holding some of these important levels. I did take a trade on it right down here at 1755, which was a pretty good entry. And it came back up here to 1820. And that was actually enough for me to make $750 and make back half my loss. So that was good. But big picture is that it was pretty weak and it didn't end up retesting its pre-market highs. So that was Kala, red on it, $769. All right, then we had NUWE. We'll go over Hoth last. NUWE, this one I got a couple trades on. My first trade on it was a small winner. I took a long, where was it? Actually, I took a trade right here at 12. It goes up to about 1250. And then that was it, and it drops back down. It wasn't really, actually, my first trade was the break at 12. It was actually right on this candle, hit a high at 1221, and that was a break-even trade. Maybe made like $100. It's like break-even trade. Then I got back in here, goes from 1220 to 1250, a small winner. And then I got back in up here as it was ripping up, and this was a nice big move. So on this move here, I made 1,500. And this is what put me back to flat on the day. All right, so flat on the day as of 8:41. Not too impressive, but it is what it is. All right, so got flat on the day. And then at the open, we had a halt up. And I took a dip and rip on resumption, and that was phenomenal. It ended up squeezing up here to a high of 1650. So I didn't make a lot on it. I only got a partial fill, but still a good trade. So I'm up 2,000 on NUWE. And then we had Hoth. So Hoth pre-market spikes up here from 4 up to 7. And I was like, whoa, that was crazy. I actually traded in the middle of that spike with a long at 638 and sold at like 650 for about $130 of profit. Pretty small trade. It sells off, and then it comes back up, and I got back in at 650. Well, didn't really make anything on that, dropped back down. Then I got back in again at 665. It hit 7 and flushes down, and I think I might have lost on that trade. Then it comes back up, and I got back in, and it breaks through 7, and this time it goes up to 750, and I was like, finally, okay, a good trade. All right, so now I'm up like $1,000 getting closer to the open. It pulls back. I get back in now for the break of 8. Doesn't break 8, false breakout. I get back in here, it breaks 8, but small loss. So then I got back in again here, 8, 855, nice. And now we have a little bit of a move here up towards 9, We hit a high of 890, and there was a 38,000 share seller at 9. So at this point, I was up, I think, around $2,700. I then got back in. No, sorry. I was up 2,700 right here. And then right here, I got back in. And false break of 8, I lost 1,300 bucks. Gave back half my profit and went from up, 2,700 to up only about 1,300. Then I got back in and here made my way back. And at the open, we had a dip and I bought at $8.68. And then it ripped through 9 into a halt up at $9.85. That was one of the best trades I've had in a while. On resumption, I added at 1085 and 1090. It rips up to 1177 and halts up again. On resumption, it hits a high of 1250. My best exit was 1243. That's not bad. That was a good exit, 1243. And I did take profit going into these candles too. So I added and then took profit. And on the dip here at 1080, I took profit at 1150, 1170 as it went up into the halt. So I didn't hold the whole thing by any means. I was taking profit as it was going higher. And then on resumption, I did a dip, came back up, got profit on that dip trade. And then that was it. I haven't traded it since then. So you can see right now it's halted back up. I don't know what to think. Part of me is like, try to capitalize on the opportunity, keep trading. And the other part of me is saying, hey, listen, you're up 8,000 bucks. This is the best day you've had in over a month. Finally, a nice green day. I've been in a slump. So it's nice to have a big green day. Now, for what it's worth, I've been in a slump in the sense that I've been having just lots of small green days. But this is not bad. I mean, small red days as well. But the biggest green day is like 3,600 bucks. So this is just really like base hit trading. Really small share size, small winners, small losers, which is fine. I mean, I prefer big winners, but if those aren't available, swinging for big winners can result in big losses. So I've really dialed it back and I'm trading much more conservatively. And so my P&L, my equity curve it's still going up, right? And so today adds, it's going to be the biggest green day in a while. Go back 60 days. Well, I'd have to clear this up. You go back 60 days, had a bigger red day back here in October, a couple bigger red days, a couple bigger green days too. But this is even going to be a bigger green day than those days. So, you go a little bit further out and you see how I'm in this kind of place where I'm going on really small trades. And that for me is risk management. So, you can look at other periods where I've done recaps. And basically what'll happen is I'll have periods where I'm on a really nice hot streak and I make some really good gains. And then I'll give back a little bit as I did here. Made 100 grand and then gave back like 20 of it. And then I start to hunker down and say, all right, I got to trade more conservatively until things get stronger. And so I begin this kind of small, slower ascent back to reclaim my highs, which I've done. And then I just kind of stick with it until things open up and justify stepping up to the plate. And today it was worth stepping up to the plate. And, I left some money on the table yesterday. I could have stepped up more on Kala, but in any case, and actually Kala is coming up now. Yeah. So in any case, I just don't want to lose sight of the fact that I've got the best green day right now in over a month. And the only way to make that, to lock that up is to shut everything down like that and not come back. So maybe I'm leaving money on the table, but I'm walking away with profit in my pocket, and that always feels good. So tomorrow's the last day of 2022, last trading day, and finishing today with a nice green day is a nice way to wrap up the month. So if tomorrow's a no trade day, that would be totally fine. I have a wedding to go to tonight, so it's a Thursday night wedding, but in any case, I don't know what time I'm going to get back, so I might be kind of tired tomorrow, and maybe I won't feel very inclined to take a lot of risk. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. But anyways, that's it for me. So that's my recap. And I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. And hopefully we have another nice gap scanner and there's some good opportunities. But if not, today was such a great day, it can tide me over for a couple of slower days. All right, I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Reminder as always, trading is risky. My results aren't typical, and there's no guarantee you'll find success. Whether you trade on your own, you'll learn from me. So take it slow and practice in a simulator before you put real money on the line.